Welcome to my channel. Have you ever felt worried to speak English because your accent sounds different? Do you sometimes think people will judge you or not take you seriously? What if I told you that your accent is not a problem, but a strength? In this video, I will show you how embracing your accent can make you more confident, improve your communication, and even open doors to success. Do you feel this way? Comment below and share your experience. Chapter 1. Understanding Accents. Why they exist. Welcome to your journey of embracing your accent. Many people feel nervous speaking English because they have an accent. They think it is a mistake. They worry others will judge them. They want to sound like native speakers. But the truth is that accents are natural. Every person in the world has an accent. Even native English speakers have accents. Your accent is not a problem. It is part of who you are. It reflects your culture, your background, and your identity. When you speak English with an accent, you are not wrong. You are unique. Accents exist because of geography, family, and community. When you learn your first language, you pick up the sounds of the people around you. This shapes how your mouth moves, how your tongue touches sound, and how your voice flows. When you learn a second language, your first language naturally influences your pronunciation. This is normal. It happens to everyone. No one speaks a language perfectly on the first try. Even native speakers have differences in how they pronounce words. Your accent is a sign that you are learning and growing. Many learners feel embarrassed by their accent. They compare themselves to teachers, movies, or friends who speak English differently. They think their accent makes them less smart or less capable. This is not true. Your accent does not determine your intelligence or skill. It only shows that you have your own voice. Your voice is valuable. Your accent is valuable. It is part of your personal story. Some people believe that to be successful in English, they must lose their accent completely. This is a myth. Losing your accent is not necessary. Clear communication is more important than sounding like someone else. People will respect your ideas, your confidence, and your clarity, not whether your pronunciation matches a standard accent. Accents can even be a strength. They make you memorable. They make you stand out in meetings, presentations, and conversations. When you speak with confidence, your accent becomes part of your charm. People notice your message first, not your accent. Understanding your accent starts with accepting it. Acceptance is powerful. When you stop judging yourself, you can focus on improvement. Improvement does not mean erasing your accent. It means learning to speak clearly, practicing difficult sounds, and gaining confidence. Your accent can stay while your clarity improves. Another important point is that accents show your identity. Your accent connects you to your family, your country, and your experiences. It tells a story that no one else can tell. Losing it would be losing a part of yourself. Instead, embrace it. Celebrate it. Use it to express who you are. Many learners are afraid of their accent because society tells them there is a correct way to speak English. They see movies, TV, and social media with people who sound perfect. This creates pressure, but real life is different. Most people in the world communicate in English with accents. They succeed in business, education, and relationships. They are understood and respected. Your accent does not block opportunities. Fear blocks opportunities. Changing your mindset is the first step. When you understand that your accent is natural and valuable, you feel relief. You feel freedom. You stop hiding your voice. You start speaking more often. You start practicing more. Practice builds skill. Skill builds confidence. Confidence leads to success. Another way to understand accents is to notice the variety in native speakers. People from England, America, Australia, and India all speak English differently. They have different sounds, rhythm, and pronunciation. No one accent is perfect. There is no standard that everyone must follow. Your accent is part of this beautiful diversity. When you realize this, you feel proud. You feel normal. You feel empowered. Understanding your accent also helps with listening. When you accept your accent, you stop being afraid of other accents. You learn to listen and understand different ways people speak. Communication becomes easier. You feel part of the global conversation. Today, commit to one small step. Speak English aloud. Record yourself. Listen to your accent. Notice that it is not wrong. It is unique. Celebrate it. Repeat this practice every day. Every time you speak, you strengthen your voice and your confidence. Your accent is a gift. It tells the world who you are. Embracing it is the first step toward confident, clear English. You do not need to copy anyone. You do not need to be ashamed. Your accent is part of your identity. Accept it. Celebrate it. Speak it proudly. The world is ready to hear your voice, exactly as it is. Today, let your accent shine. Speak. Practice. Enjoy. Your accent is not a mistake. It is your power. Chapter 2: The Psychology Behind Accent Fear. Many learners feel afraid of speaking English because of their accent. This fear is common. It comes from the mind, not reality. Understanding this is the first step to overcoming it. Your brain wants to keep you safe. When you speak and feel judged, your brain interprets it as danger. It creates anxiety, worry, and hesitation. This is normal. It is not a flaw. It is how humans are wired. Many people imagine that others will mock or laugh at their accent. They feel embarrassed before they even speak. This fear can stop you from practicing, from talking to people, or from trying new words. The truth is, most people are kind and understanding. They are not judging your accent. They are focused on your message, not your pronunciation. But the mind exaggerates fear. It creates stories of rejection that may never happen. Understanding this helps you separate thought from reality. Another reason accent fear exists is comparison. People watch movies, listen to teachers, or hear fluent speakers and think, I should sound like that. Comparing yourself to someone else creates pressure. You feel inadequate. You feel your accent is wrong. But no one speaks exactly like someone else. Everyone has differences. Your accent is simply your own way of speaking. Accepting this truth reduces fear. Another psychological factor is perfectionism. Many learners want to speak flawlessly. They want every word perfect, every sound clear. This desire makes them hesitant. They wait to speak until they feel ready. But readiness rarely comes. Real improvement happens when you speak, make mistakes, and learn. Your mind must see mistakes as learning opportunities, not failures. Anxiety about your accent also comes from past experiences. Maybe someone corrected your pronunciation harshly. Maybe someone laughed. These moments create fear. The mind remembers them and creates a belief. Speaking English is risky. Awareness is the key. You can choose not to believe every negative thought. You can practice speaking with safety and kindness to yourself. Over time, the fear weakens. Another psychological pattern is the need for approval. Learners want others to accept them. When speaking English, they fear rejection or misunderstanding. But approval comes from confidence, not accent perfection. When you speak clearly and confidently, people respond positively, even if your accent is strong. Fear also grows when you focus too much on yourself. You notice every sound, every word, and every mistake. Your mind becomes self-critical. But most listeners are not focused on your accent. They care about your ideas and effort. Shifting attention from yourself to communication reduces fear. The mind can be retrained. Daily practice, positive self-talk, and small wins change your beliefs. Each successful speaking moment weakens the fear. You start to trust your voice. Another important point is mindset. Thinking, my accent is wrong, creates tension. Thinking, my accent is unique and valuable, creates confidence. Your thoughts shape your emotions and your actions. Practice repeating positive statements about your accent. Each time you speak, remind yourself that your accent is part of who you are. Anxiety does not disappear instantly. It fades gradually with consistent action. Every time you speak despite fear, you strengthen courage. Every time you share your ideas, you reinforce belief in yourself. Understanding the psychology behind accent fear also helps you empathize with others. Many people feel insecure about their voices. Knowing this reduces shame and builds confidence. Today, take one step to challenge your fear. Speak a few sentences aloud. Notice the fear, but do it anyway. Record your voice. Listen and celebrate your effort. Each small action rewires your mind. Each step proves to yourself that speaking English is safe. Each success reduces fear. Your accent is natural. Your fear is normal. Both can be managed. Over time, fear weakens and confidence grows. Your voice becomes stronger. You speak freely. You communicate clearly. You feel proud of your accent. Remember, fear is only a thought. Action is stronger than fear. Speak every day. Challenge your doubts. Celebrate small wins. Your accent is not a mistake. It is your identity, your story, and your power. Understanding your mind is the first step to speaking confidently and joyfully. Chapter 3: Accents and Communication. What really matters. Many learners focus too much on their accent. They think that if their accent is not perfect, people will not understand them. They worry that mistakes will ruin their chances at success. But the truth is, communication is about being understood, not sounding perfect. Your accent does not block understanding unless your words are unclear. What really matters is clarity, confidence, and effort. When you focus on these, your accent becomes less important. The goal of speaking English is to share ideas, feelings, and thoughts. If your listener understands your message, you have succeeded. If they appreciate your effort, they remember you positively. People respond to your confidence more than your pronunciation. Confidence shows that you believe in your words. It makes your accent a strength, not a weakness. Another key point is that accents make speakers unique. Your voice is distinct. It reflects your identity, your background, and your culture. A unique voice can be memorable and engaging. Many speakers with strong accents are remembered because their voice stands out. They are recognized for their ideas, stories, and personality, not how closely they sound like someone else. Learning to communicate clearly does not mean erasing your accent. It means practicing sounds that are difficult, slowing down when speaking, and emphasizing important words. These techniques help listeners understand you easily. For example, pausing between phrases gives the listener time to process your words. Stressing key words highlights the main idea. Smiling and using gestures also support communication. Clear communication is more effective than accent perfection. Another important factor is listening. When you practice listening to different accents, you understand that people can communicate successfully with many types of pronunciation. This awareness builds confidence. You realize that your accent is normal, everyone's accent is different. Native speakers from different countries have accents. They are understood and respected. This shows that understanding is possible even with variation in pronunciation. Vocabulary and sentence structure are also more important than accent. Using simple, clear words helps the listener grasp your message. Complex vocabulary spoken with a perfect accent is less effective if the listener does not understand it. Focus on clear sentences and meaningful words. Another secret is repetition. Repeating phrases, practicing dialogues, and speaking regularly improves both clarity and confidence. Each repetition strengthens muscle memory in your mouth, making pronunciation smoother. Over time, this reduces fear and increases your willingness to speak. Communication is also about courage. The act of speaking, even with mistakes, builds respect and connection. People admire effort. They appreciate honesty and willingness to try. This is more important than accent perfection. When you communicate with confidence, your accent becomes part of your personality. It tells a story. It shows that you are capable of learning and sharing ideas in a second language. Emotional connection is more memorable than perfect pronunciation. Another key idea is feedback. Accept constructive feedback on clarity without feeling criticized for your accent. Use it to improve. Separate your accent from mistakes. Your accent is natural. Mistakes are fixable. Over time, clarity improves without changing your identity. Many learners fear asking questions, participating in discussions, or speaking publicly. This fear blocks learning and growth. Focusing on communication rather than accent helps you overcome this fear. You speak more, you practice more, you learn faster. Today, take one step to focus on communication. Speak a few sentences aloud, focusing on clarity. Use gestures, slow speech, and keywords. Notice that your message is understood even if your accent is strong. Celebrate this success. Each time you communicate clearly, your confidence grows. Your accent does not limit you. Your ability to share ideas does. Remember, accents are natural. They are part of who you are. What matters most is that your words are heard and understood. Focus on clarity, confidence, and courage. Speak boldly. Your accent will shine as a unique part of your voice. People will remember your ideas, your effort, and your personality. Communication is your goal, accent is your identity. When you combine the two, you become powerful. Practice daily. Speak freely. Focus on what matters. Your accent is not a mistake. Your words and confidence are what truly matter. Chapter 4. Famous people who embrace their accents. One of the best ways to feel confident about your accent is to see real examples of people who succeeded while keeping their natural voice. Many famous actors, leaders, and entrepreneurs speak English with strong accents, yet they are admired and respected. Their success shows that an accent is not a barrier. It can even be a strength. Think of Sofia Vergara, the famous actress from Colombia. She has a strong Spanish accent, but it has never stopped her career. People love her voice and personality. Her accent makes her memorable. It gives her character and charm. She never tried to hide it. She embraced it, and that made her stand out. Another example is Elon Musk. He was born in South Africa and speaks English with a South African accent. Despite this, he became a global leader in technology and business. His accent never stopped him from sharing ideas, inspiring millions, and achieving extraordinary success. His confidence and vision mattered more than the way he spoke. Many world leaders also have distinct accents. Angela Merkel, former Chancellor of Germany, speaks English and German with a German accent. Her voice is unique, but her leadership is respected worldwide. People remember her intelligence, decisions, and character, not her accent. These examples show that accents do not define ability. They define uniqueness. When you embrace your accent, you show authenticity. Authenticity builds trust, respect, and connection. Actors, writers, and musicians also prove this. Shakira from Colombia, Penelope Cruz from Spain, and Hugh Jackman from Australia all have noticeable accents when speaking English. Yet they are successful, admired, and influential. Their accents are part of their identity. They never changed who they were. Their voices became part of their brand. The lesson is clear: you do not need to erase your accent to succeed. Instead, speak with confidence, practice clarity, and embrace your identity. Your accent can make you stand out in meetings, presentations, or conversations. It can be your unique voice in a world of similar sounds. Famous people also make mistakes, have pauses, or mispronounce words sometimes. Yet no one judges them for it. People focus on their ideas, talent, and effort. This teaches an important lesson: mistakes are normal. Your accent is not the mistake. Fear of being judged is natural, but it does not reflect reality. Many English learners also feel pressured by media and movies, where everyone sounds perfect. This is not realistic. The world is full of accents, People communicate effectively every day without a perfect accent. Learning from famous people helps change your mindset. When you see them succeed, you understand that your accent is not a weakness. It is part of your story. It adds character. It gives you a voice that others remember. Another reason to embrace your accent is inspiration. When you accept your voice, you inspire others. People admire authenticity and courage. Your natural accent shows confidence and pride in your identity. Famous people are proof that accent does not limit opportunities. What matters is your effort, clarity, and persistence. Take a moment to reflect. Imagine speaking English with confidence, without fear of judgment. Picture yourself sharing ideas, giving presentations, or talking with friends. Your accent makes your voice unique. Your confidence makes your voice strong. Your identity makes your voice memorable. You can be successful and respected while keeping your accent, just like Sofia Vergara, Elon Musk, and Shakira. Today, take inspiration from these examples. Speak aloud and record your voice. Notice how your accent sounds. Appreciate it. Celebrate it. Repeat daily. Each time you speak with pride, your confidence grows. Your accent is part of your story. It is not a mistake. It is your gift. Famous people embrace theirs. You can embrace yours. Speak freely. Be authentic. Let your voice shine. The world is ready to hear your unique sound. Your accent is part of your power. Chapter 5. Practical tips to improve clarity without losing your accent. Many learners worry about their accent and want to speak clearly. The good news is that you can improve your clarity without changing your natural voice. You do not need to erase your accent. You only need simple habits and techniques that make your words easier to understand. One of the first tips is to slow down your speech. Speaking too fast can make your accent harder to understand. When you slow down, your words become clearer, and your listener can follow your ideas. Slow speech also gives you time to think and pronounce words carefully. Another important technique is pausing. Pauses are powerful. They help you separate ideas and give the listener time to process what you say. They also make your speech sound natural and confident. Even short pauses between sentences can make a big difference. Focus on stress and emphasis in words. In English, some syllables are stronger than others. Emphasizing important words helps listeners understand your meaning. You do not need to change your accent, just highlight key parts of your sentences. Pronunciation practice is also helpful. Pick one sound that is difficult for you and practice it slowly. Repeat it in words and sentences. Over time, your mouth and tongue learn the movement, and your speech becomes clearer. You can practice sounds in fun ways. Record yourself, repeat words, or read aloud daily. Small daily practice makes big improvements over time. Listening is just as important as speaking. Pay attention to how people pronounce words in movies, podcasts, and conversations. Notice rhythm, stress, and intonation. Mimicking without copying their accent improves your clarity while keeping your natural voice. Another tip is to use gestures and body language. Hands, facial expressions, and posture help convey your message. Even if a word is slightly unclear, your listener understands through context and expression. This builds confidence in speaking. Focus on short, simple sentences. Complex sentences with difficult words increase mistakes and make communication harder. Using clear, simple language is effective and easier for beginners. Repetition is key. Practice phrases and sentences daily. Each time you repeat them, your mouth remembers the movement. Your pronunciation improves, and your speech becomes smoother. Consistency matters more than perfection. Practice a little every day, rather than long sessions once in a while. Another strategy is to read aloud. Reading helps connect your eyes, mouth, and brain. You learn rhythm, stress, and pronunciation naturally. Even reading simple stories or articles daily builds clarity and confidence. Speak with others regularly. Conversation practice is the fastest way to improve. You learn how to be understood in real-life situations. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Every conversation teaches you something. Each listener shows you what works and what needs improvement. Confidence is the most important factor. Even if your accent is strong, a confident voice is easier to understand. Believe in your ability to communicate. Smile while speaking. Your positive energy helps others connect with your message. Another tip is to focus on the first and last words of sentences. These often carry the main idea. Pronounce them clearly. This ensures your listener understands even if the middle words are less perfect. Use minimal filler words like or a. These reduce clarity and confidence. Pausing instead of filling space makes your speech smoother. Feedback is valuable. Ask friends, teachers, or language partners to tell you which words are clear and which need practice. Listen without judgment and improve gradually. Remember, clarity is not about losing your accent. It is about being understood. Your accent stays, but your words reach your listener clearly. Daily practice builds habit. Each small effort strengthens your confidence and communication. Over time, your speech becomes smooth, clear, and natural. You will notice that people understand you easily. Your ideas are valued, and your voice is respected. Today, pick one tip and apply it. Speak slowly, use pauses, or practice a sound. Record yourself and listen. Celebrate improvement. Repeat tomorrow. Every small action improves your clarity without changing your accent. Your accent is part of your identity. Clarity is your skill. Combining both makes you a confident, effective communicator. Speak proudly. Practice daily. Your accent is not a mistake. Clear communication is your power. Chapter 6. Building Confidence. When speaking English, confidence is the key to speaking English well. Many learners feel nervous because of their accent. They think people will judge them. They fear making mistakes. This fear blocks progress. The good news is that confidence can be built. It is a skill, not a talent. Confidence grows with practice, mindset, and small successes. One of the first steps is acceptance. Accept your accent as part of who you are. Stop comparing yourself to others. Comparing creates doubt and fear. Your accent is unique and valuable. When you accept it, speaking becomes easier. Another step is preparation. Prepare what you want to say. Practicing short sentences, common phrases, or simple conversations helps you feel ready. Preparation reduces anxiety and increases self-assurance. Practice speaking aloud every day. This builds muscle memory in your mouth and helps your brain connect sounds with words. Even 5 minutes a day makes a difference. Over time, your speech becomes smoother and easier. Another tip is to record yourself. Listening to your voice can feel strange at first. You may notice your accent or mistakes, but this is normal. Recording allows you to hear your progress and identify areas to improve. Celebrate small improvements. Each small success strengthens your belief in yourself. Visualization is powerful. Imagine speaking English confidently in conversations, meetings, or presentations. Picture people listening, understanding, and responding positively. This trains your mind to believe in your abilities. Positive self-talk also boosts confidence. Tell yourself, my voice is valuable. My accent is unique. I can communicate clearly. Repeat this daily. Your mind starts to internalize these beliefs. Exposure is important. Speak with friends, teachers, or language partners regularly. Each conversation builds experience and reduces fear. Mistakes are normal. Do not let them shake your confidence. They are learning opportunities, not failures. Another tip is to focus on the message, not the accent. When your attention is on what you want to say, you feel more comfortable. The listener focuses on your ideas, not how you sound. Body language also supports confidence. Stand or sit straight, make eye contact, and smile. Gestures reinforce your message. Confidence is visible through actions, not only words. Join communities of learners or online groups, sharing your progress with others who understand your journey. Provide support, motivation, and encouragement. Learning from peers builds belief in yourself. Celebrate every small win. Did you speak a sentence clearly? Did you use a new word? Did someone understand your idea? Celebrate it. Each small win strengthens your confidence. Over time, these wins add up. They create a mindset of success. Avoid negative self-talk. When you notice thoughts like, I am not good enough, or my accent is wrong, replace them with positive affirmations. Your mind learns to focus on strengths, not weaknesses. Confidence grows gradually. It does not happen overnight. Daily action, even small, builds courage. Every time you speak despite fear, your confidence increases. Another powerful method is teaching others. When you explain words, phrases, or grammar to someone else, you realize your knowledge is valuable. Teaching reinforces your confidence and communication skills. Accept that perfection is not the goal. Speaking English is about connection, understanding, and sharing ideas. Confidence comes from action, not flawless pronunciation. Over time, your voice becomes natural and strong. Your accent becomes part of your unique identity. Today, take one action to boost your confidence. Speak aloud for 5 minutes, record yourself, or talk with a friend. Notice how your fear decreases and your belief grows. Celebrate your effort. Repeat tomorrow. Each day, your confidence builds, your communication improves, and your accent becomes a strength. Remember, your voice is important. Your ideas matter. Your accent is part of your power. Speak proudly, practice daily, and trust yourself. Confidence transforms your English. It allows you to communicate, connect, and shine. Your accent is not a mistake. Confidence is your key. Speak boldly. Chapter 7. Overcoming negative feedback. Speaking English with an accent can sometimes bring negative feedback. Maybe someone corrects your pronunciation harshly. Maybe someone laughs or makes a comment about your accent. These moments can hurt and make you doubt yourself. But how you respond to negative feedback determines your growth. The first step is to separate the feedback from your identity. Your accent is part of who you are. It is not wrong. It is not a mistake. Negative comments are opinions, not facts. Focus on what is helpful and ignore what is unnecessary. Constructive feedback can improve your clarity. For example, if someone points out a sound you mispronounce, use it as an opportunity to practice. Mistakes are not failures, they are lessons. Every great speaker, teacher, or leader has made mistakes. They learned, practiced, and grew. Feedback is a tool, not a weapon. Another strategy is emotional control. Negative feedback can trigger anger, embarrassment, or shame. These emotions block learning and confidence. Take a deep breath, pause, and respond calmly. Remind yourself that one comment does not define your abilities. Perspective is important. Often, people give feedback not to harm, but because they want to help or because of their own biases. Remember that most listeners focus on your message, not your accent. When you see this, criticism loses power. Positive feedback also matters. Celebrate the moments when others understand you, appreciate your effort, or praise your communication. Balancing negative and positive feedback strengthens confidence. Another tip is to reframe criticism as a challenge, not a threat. Every comment you receive is an opportunity to grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? This mindset turns fear into motivation. Surround yourself with supportive people, friends, teachers, or language partners who encourage you, help you process feedback without losing confidence. They remind you that your accent is valuable and your voice matters. Another important approach is self-reflection. After receiving feedback, analyze it calmly. Separate useful advice from unnecessary criticism. Practice the useful points, ignore the rest. This builds skill and maintains self-respect. Role models also help. Many famous people faced criticism but embraced their voices. Sofia Vergara, Elon Musk, and Shakira all received comments about their accents. They focused on their strengths, used feedback to improve, and ignored judgment. Their success shows that negative feedback does not define you. Daily practice reduces the effect of criticism. The more confident you are in your skills, the less impact negative comments have. Speaking regularly and seeing progress builds resilience. Visualization is another tool. Imagine yourself responding to feedback calmly, practicing improvement, and continuing to speak confidently. This mental rehearsal prepares you for real situations. Positive self-talk is powerful. Replace thoughts like, I am not good enough, with I am improving every day. My voice matters. Repetition strengthens belief in yourself. Mistakes and criticism are part of learning. Every speaker makes them. The difference is that confident learners use them as fuel. They do not quit. They keep speaking, practicing, and growing. Today, take a small step. Speak with someone, listen to their feedback, and practice calmly. Notice how your confidence grows even if feedback is critical. Celebrate your courage. Repeat this every day. Each time you handle criticism with grace, your resilience increases. Your accent remains part of your identity. Your voice grows stronger. Your communication becomes clearer. Remember, negative feedback is temporary. Your growth is permanent. You are capable of speaking English confidently and proud of your accent. Your ideas are valuable. Your accent is your power. Speak boldly, learn from feedback, and keep moving forward. Every comment, good or bad, is a stepping stone to mastery. Your voice deserves to be heard, and nothing can stop you when you believe in yourself. Chapter 8. Using your accent as a strength. Your accent is not a mistake. It is a part of your identity, your culture, and your story. Many learners focus only on correcting their accent, but the real power comes when you use it as a strength. Your voice can become memorable, unique, and even inspiring. The first step is changing your mindset. Instead of thinking, my accent is wrong, think my accent is part of who I am. This shift allows you to see your voice as a tool, not a weakness. When you speak confidently, your accent becomes an asset. People remember your ideas, your energy, and your personality. Your accent can make you stand out in meetings, classrooms, and conversations. Think of it this way. In a world of similar voices, your accent is your signature. Another way to use your accent as a strength is through storytelling. Your unique sound adds character and authenticity. When you tell a story or share an idea, your accent can make it more engaging and memorable. People are drawn to authenticity more than perfection. Accents also help you connect with others. Many learners assume their accent creates a barrier, but it can create relatability. People appreciate effort, sincerity, and individuality. Your accent tells a story that is yours alone. In professional settings, Your accent can be an advantage. It shows diversity, experience, and international perspective. Employers and colleagues value unique perspectives. Your voice reflects your background, and this can add credibility and authority. Public speaking is another area where your accent can be powerful. Speakers who embrace their accents project confidence and authenticity. Their voice becomes part of their brand. Audiences remember not just what they say, but how they say it. Using your accent effectively means focusing on clarity and expression. You do not need to remove your accent. You only need to ensure your words are understandable. Speak clearly, emphasize key points, and use pauses. These techniques enhance communication without erasing your identity. Networking is also easier when you use your accent as a strength. People remember unique voices. Your accent can become an icebreaker, a topic of conversation, or a mark of individuality. Confidence amplifies this effect. Another way your accent becomes a strength is by inspiring others. Many English learners fear speaking because of judgment. When you embrace your voice, you show others that it is okay to speak confidently, no matter their accent. You become a role model, encouraging people to focus on communication and courage rather than perfection. Your accent also helps you develop self-respect. When you value your voice, you value yourself. You stop hiding, apologizing, or overthinking. Speaking becomes a joy, not a source of anxiety. Practice is essential. Daily action strengthens your voice, clarity, and presence. Record yourself, listen, and celebrate progress. Speak with friends or teachers and notice how your accent adds uniqueness to your conversations. Emphasize rhythm, intonation, and expression. These make your speech dynamic and memorable. Avoid thinking that your accent limits opportunities. The world is full of successful people with strong accents. Their achievements show that ideas, clarity, and confidence matter more than pronunciation perfection. Today, take one action to use your accent as a strength. Speak aloud with pride, share a story, or record a short video. Notice how your voice feels powerful and unique. Repeat this practice daily. Each day, your confidence grows, your communication improves, and your accent becomes a natural strength. Remember, your accent is part of your identity. Embracing it shows courage, authenticity, and individuality. Speak proudly. Let your accent shine. The world is ready to hear your voice, exactly as it is. Your accent is not a mistake. It is your power.
Chapter 9. Taking Action. Embrace your accent today.
Now it is time to take action. You have learned that your accent is natural, valuable, and part of your identity. You have understood the psychology behind fear, how to communicate clearly, how famous people succeed with their accents, and practical ways to improve clarity and confidence. Knowledge is powerful, but action creates change. Today, choose one step to embrace your accent and speak confidently. It does not have to be big. It does not have to be perfect. The important thing is to start. Speak a few sentences aloud. Record your voice. Notice your accent. Appreciate it. Celebrate your uniqueness. This small step begins the process. Each day you speak, your confidence grows. Each day you practice, your clarity improves. Each day your accent becomes part of your strength. You may face challenges. You may feel nervous, make mistakes, or hesitate. This is normal. What matters is that you start again. Daily action is stronger than perfection. Daily action is stronger than motivation. It creates real results. Your accent is not a barrier. Your hesitation is. When you take action despite fear, you prove to yourself that you are capable. Momentum builds. confidence grows. Progress becomes visible. Another step is to engage with others. Speak with friends, teachers, or language partners. Share your ideas and listen to feedback. Remember, feedback is a tool, not a judgment. Constructive advice improves clarity. Negative comments do not define your voice. They are temporary, while your growth is permanent. Celebrate every small win. Did someone understand you clearly? Did you express an idea successfully? Did you speak without hesitation? These are achievements. Each success reinforces belief in yourself. Practice storytelling. Use your accent to make your voice unique and memorable. Share experiences, ideas, or even simple daily thoughts aloud. Storytelling builds expression, rhythm, and connection. This strengthens both confidence and communication skills. Visualization also helps. Imagine yourself speaking confidently in conversations, classrooms, or presentations. Picture people listening, understanding, and appreciating your voice. This trains your mind to trust yourself and reduces anxiety. Positive self-talk is essential. Repeat statements like, "My accent is valuable. My voice matters. I communicate clearly." These affirmations build belief and reinforce action. Another powerful approach is consistency. Speak daily, even for 5 minutes. Daily practice rewires your mind, strengthens your voice, and builds confidence. Progress is gradual, but each day adds up. Exposure reduces fear. The more you speak, the easier it becomes. Your accent becomes a source of pride, not shame. Remember, your accent is a gift. It shows your identity, culture, and uniqueness. Embracing it makes you authentic. Authenticity attracts respect, connection, and opportunities. Today, commit to one action. Speak aloud, record a short video, or share your story. Notice your feelings, celebrate courage, and repeat. Tomorrow, do it again. Each day, you build a habit of confident speaking. Your accent becomes natural. Your voice becomes strong. Your ideas are heard. Your presence is valued. Finally, take a moment to reflect. Your journey is about growth, not perfection. Every step counts. Every sentence you speak strengthens your confidence. Every effort reinforces your identity. Comment below about your first action today. Share your experience with the community. Like this video if it inspired you to act. Subscribe to the channel to continue learning, growing, and embracing your accent. Your accent is not a mistake, it is your power. Take action today, speak proudly, and let the world hear your unique voice. Start now.